Hi, welcome to the Home Project Center, and welcome to another Home Project Wisdom class. Today we will be talking about kitchen renovations. Kitchen renovations are the most requested home renovation project. This can be a huge undertaking, and you'll want to be prepared. This class is the first of a series to help guide you through the process of getting your dream kitchen to become a reality. So you've decided to renovate your kitchen, but where do you start? Tip number 1. Every kitchen renovation starts with inspiration. You can get your inspiration from many places. Online is a great place to start, with websites like Pinterest, Etsy, Houzz, and many others. If you have home magazines, look through them to find images of kitchens, tiles, colors, or designs that you like. You can also gather inspiration from your friends and family. For example, if you're over at someone's home and they have a beautiful backsplash, just take a picture. This will be important to keep you, the contractor, and the designer on the same track. Make sure you're looking for the things that you desire most in your new kitchen. Maybe you're the family cook that hosts all of the holiday get-togethers, so you're looking for a 48-inch range and a special hood vent. That'll need to be known as a priority for your designer and your contractor. Think about the lighting you want. Consider the space, the size of the room, the height of the ceilings, the door and window placements. Look for kitchen photos with similar setups. These are all very important things to consider when gathering up inspiration photos. This brings us to tip number 2. Be organized using a project journal. A project journal is a great way to stay prepared and structured with all of the information that you'll be collecting during your kitchen renovation. You can buy a physical binder or you can create a digital folder. Either way, you'll want to organize the binder into these sections. The first section of your kitchen renovation journal should include your style inspiration pictures and notes about why you chose those pictures. Was it the refrigerator that caught your eye? Maybe it was the shiplap you really liked. Perhaps it was the use of mixing wood tones and paint on the cabinets. Whatever it was, make a quick note so that you can easily refer to it in the future. You want to include things like cabinetry. Did you like the stained wood, or was it painted? How about cabinet hardware? The style and material used. Or the countertops? Colors, materials, thickness. These things are all very important to notice. Wall coverings like shiplap or wallpaper. Perhaps there is a paint color that you really like. All of this is very important to keep track of so that you have a clear understanding of what you want and the style direction you want to lean toward. You can print out the helpful handout located on the bottom of the screen of your mobile device or in the sidebar of your laptop or desktop. The second section of your kitchen renovation journal will be the project scope and budget. The scope is a detailed list of the work to be done on your kitchen, broken down by tasks provided by your general contractor. Each of these tasks will be broken down into labor and materials, making up the total budget for your project. You'll also want to store the architectural drawings and plans here, as well as the design material schedule. This schedule will include a detailed schedules listing of all finishing materials you've chosen, such as paint colors, tile, and flooring. This will be provided by your contractor. As your tasks are completed and you pay off the budget, update this section with detailed statements and receipts to stay organized. Your contractor will supply you with budget statements. This will be the original number of the total cost minus your payments made to give you the remaining balance for everything that is left. It is very important to keep a copy of everything your contractor provides you. Section 3 of your kitchen renovation journal is going to be the materials category. You'll want to organize this section by subdividing materials into different categories. For example, plumbing fixtures, sinks, faucets, pot fillers, or appliances, range, ovens, refrigerators, hood vents, or countertops, source of stone, fabricator, name and pricing, lighting, source of lighting, style, and pricing, and the spec sheets. Make sure you keep all these spec sheets with the appropriate fixtures and appliances in this section. Now let's talk about allowances. Some contractors will give you a set amount that you can spend on finishes for you to stay on your budget. Keep those in this section so that you'll always know what you can spend while you're out shopping for your fixtures. Later in this series, we will go over budgeting in more detail. But for now, remember to set a certain price point that you're comfortable with for the overall cost of the project. The cost of each material contributes to your overall cost. Therefore, if you go over an allowance on a certain material, your total cost will increase. The next section of your kitchen renovation journal will be for change orders. Rarely does a project go all the way through to completion without some changes to the original scope. Anything you want to change from the original scope is called a change order. A couple of reasons a change order might occur are necessity and design. Some changes will come from unexpected issues that arise after demolition is done. For example, finding rot, termite damage, or plumbing issues. When this happens, get the quote that you need to repair these issues from your contractor, and keep a copy of that in this section. Sometimes changes will arise when you realize that you want to tweak or edit your design a bit. It is really important to keep in mind that any changes made, especially after materials have been ordered, will likely add to the expense and amount of time for your project completion. It's good to go into your project expecting some changes to happen. Don't be surprised by unexpected changes. Understand that this is just a part of the process and be ready to be flexible with whatever might occur. Keep written quotes for change orders with your original budget to make sure that you are keeping track of all spending. The final section of your kitchen renovation journal will be communication. Most client and contractor relationships break down due to poor communication. It is very important to keep track of any forms of written communication, whether text or email, and save them in this section. If there is a misunderstanding between you and your contractor, it is best to clear it up as soon as possible. For example, if you've decided on an accent wall that's being painted a different color than the rest of the kitchen walls, it's very important that you and the contractor and your painter understand exactly which walls get which colors of paint. This will mitigate having to repaint the walls, which will only mean more time and money for your project. Write down as many notes as you need when meeting with your contractor. Schedule a recurring time to meet with them so that you can both prepare for any questions or concerns prior to your meeting. Do not be afraid to ask any questions you have. No question is a dumb question. Your contractor knows that you don't know all the renovation lingo, so record all the answers to your questions in this section of your project journal. Clear communication with your contractor is key to a good renovation experience. Tip number 3. Stop shopping and clean out your journal. Avoid confusion and clean out any items in the journal that are not a part of the final project plan. Stop shopping once you've made your choices. If you continue looking, it will only make you second guess yourself. Remember that changing materials will cost you money. Vendors will at least charge you a restocking fee. As we discussed earlier with our change order section, the more frequently you make design changes, it will cost you time and money. When you have decided on what you need, such as a specific type of 48-inch range you've been dreaming of, record it down on your budget and then clear out any other range options that you have in your materials category for this section. This will help you have the peace of mind that you made the best decision for your kitchen. You'll stay organized and on time with your project. So in summary, because there are so many moving parts to a renovation, keeping all of your paperwork organized will keep you on top of everything. Be sure to avoid confusion by staying organized with your kitchen renovation journal, clearing out all photos and documents that are no longer needed, and keeping a clear and open line of communication with your contractor. If you follow these steps, you should have a fairly smooth experience with your kitchen renovation. Tip number 3. Stop shopping and clean out your journal. Avoid confusion and clean out any items in the journal that are not a part of the final project plan. Stop shopping once you've made your final choices. If you continue looking, it'll only make you second guess yourself. Remember that changing materials only costs money. Vendors will, at the very least, charge you a restocking fee. As we discussed earlier with our change orders section, the more frequently you make design changes, it will cost you money and time for the total project. When you have decided on what you need, such as the specific type of 48-inch range that you've been dreaming of, record it in your budget and then clear out any other range options that you have in the materials categories section. This will help you have the peace of mind that you made the best decision for yourself in your kitchen. You'll stay organized and on time with your project. In summary, because there are so many moving parts to a renovation, keep all of your paperwork organized to keep you on top of everything. Be sure to avoid confusion by staying organized with your renovation journal, clearing out all photos and documents that are no longer needed, and keeping a clear line of open communication with your contractor. If you follow these steps, you should have a fairly smooth experience with your renovation. And that will complete our first class of the series of a kitchen renovation project.